But as it relates to your why, and I firmly believe you're going to need a why. You're going to need something that is driving you every single day to do something that doesn't make sense, or that is a risk, or that you're going to have to step out on faith where you don't necessarily see the end from the beginning. It's going to take a why. It's going to take you looking deep inside of yourself and saying, why am I doing this? What am I doing it for? And what's going to get me up every single morning, early in the morning? What's going to, late nights where I'm not going to get sleep? What is that thing that is going to continue to push me forward? And that why is going to turn, it's going to turn into your passion. And for me, basketball was a big passion of mine. My brother, if you can believe, is actually 6'7", 6'8". I took all my height, and he was an all-state basketball player, was like a first-team all-state basketball player, went to Kent State, was 3 years older than me. And so when he was a senior, I was in the 9th grade, but we had both been playing basketball our entire lives. And I really had a strong desire to be a Division I athlete. That was my thing. In the 9th grade, I said, I'm going to be a Division I athlete. And so for every summer of my high school career, I was in the gym basically every single day. I was working out, I was training, and it paid off. I got really good. I averaged like 25 points my senior year, but I was so small that no one really gave me any looks, and I received not one Division I offer. So I said, okay, I just spent 4 years training my butt off. I'm going to go to the University of Michigan, and I'm going to make the team as a walk-on. This is my why. This is my passion, right? So the first year, I go out. I had a really good tryout, but I wasn't like, I'm going to make the team. It's a lock or anything like that. Turns out I didn't make it. I said, okay, that's fine. One year, I'll make it the next year. Not a big deal. Politics, they pick somebody else. They weren't as good as me, but whatever. I'll try again. And so I worked, CCRB, IM building 4 or 5 times a week, lifting weights, playing basketball. Came back out the next year to try again. I killed this tryout. Like there was absolutely no question who was the best player on the floor. There was no question who was going to make the team. I left the gym like I finally have done it. Like I am a Wolverine. I get to wear blue and maize, and I get to have Michigan across my chest. So I went home like extremely confident, and the call never came. And it was a point for me where I was just like, man, I have been working every single day for this for the last 5 to 6 years, and how I just played extremely well. Like, how am I not on the team? And this goes back to your why. It goes back to that passion that is fueling you when things get tough, when you don't have sales, when your test concept doesn't work. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop and not do anything, or are you going to push forward with what you started for? And for me, that was to be a Division I athlete. And so I said, I'm going to try one more time. Did the same thing. Worked out every day, summer, whole nine. I came back. I had the worst tryout of all 3, but I made the team. And for me, that wasn't enough. And so this picture is pretty funny to me. I was diving for a loose ball and ended up in the front row with some Coke. I had Coke all over my face, or looks like Sprite or something like that. But that's been my experience, and that was my experience on the basketball team. It was rough, shagging balls, like being a walk-on, like not being anybody, but still putting forth the work, still putting forth the effort. And so the key is still getting back to that why and having that be a part of your everyday drive.